Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome. My name is Nori, coming to you live from the Digital Engineering server. This is modded Minecraft Valhelsia 3. This is our mess. How are we doing today? I hope everybody's having a good morning so far. We've got our coffee. We have our project plan for today. I think we have a good idea of what we're going to do. So, with that being said, let's dive right into this. Yeah, I thought I'd change the pace would be nice. Come out here and take a look at the jungle. I'll have jungle sounds as we're logging and starting up for today. I like my little jungle treehouse. Nice clean views of the skies and everything. This is not what we're working on today. In fact, we've got nothing to do over there. We are working on is we are going to try and make this daytime. Apparently, myself and Astria are the only two online right now. I don't know what she's currently doing. Suppose we could ask. It's not really much of a need right now. So, good morning. Hello, Ninja. How are you doing today? I guess you're not found, so call you Myth. Thanks for dropping in. How are you? Well, you already told me how you're doing. That's useless to ask the same question twice. I'm sorry. I'm my normal day-to-day is I'm a programmer. So whenever an item's not found, then it's considered missing, and so then we revert to whatever was. So your name works out great. I think it's fantastic. And I can appreciate the sentiment there. Hi, Sean's. Welcome. Today, we are going to actually start doing our work on this train station. I've been putting it off, trying to figure out. And I still have no idea what I really want to do here. I just know I've been putting it off. I guess since we did a castle. Now, I did go out to Twilight the other night, and I ripped and shred a bunch of these castle bricks. Maybe we start with going through and replacing the walls. So this is Valhelsia 3. So there's mechanism. We have Macaw's furniture in here for furniture mods. And I probably should look into doing some more work with this. I really just haven't. Though I have used some of the roofing tiles and whatnot. Those work out really nicely. I like those better. Probably some rain gutters. But I think the first thing we're going to do is probably open this up just a little bit more than what I've got here. Because I think this needs to be a proper entrance. So, I'll just open this up real quick. Because I think what we'll do is we'll put a door here or an entryway, and then we will widen this out a little bit on the interior side. Well, this is actually on medium setting. This is a mecha tool. So I've got it on medium speed. You can see it's a halfway point. If we wanted it faster, we could set it all the way up to max speed. And then it's like instantaneous. Um, but I find that I usually end up taking out more than I intend to when I have it at full blast. So I just don't. Yeah, unfortunately, it does present a bit of a problem. I'm trying to think. We have a vanilla server. We typically run, and I have. So Java is definitely fun. There are some pluses and minuses to playing Java. Yes, this was the reason why I wanted to use this. It takes forever to mine it. Which makes it really hardy and explosion resistance, which is super fabulous. So let's give ourselves a little trudgeway here. I like Java. I like the modded aspect. I like playing around with some of the mods in Java, which are because I think they add. No. I will be happy. So my big goal for Twitch streaming, and the reason why I started taking this up is more for historical purposes, more than anything else. I wanted a way to track progress on the servers and whatnot that I was doing. So like this one here, we've been 5 months into this to this mod pack now, and I think we're here till June or July on this mod pack. And so the curious question's always been, well, what can you do inside of a year? What does the server look like after you've been at it for a year? This one had mine colonies, so we built a colony here. So this came up pretty quickly. This also has create in it. So I got to come in here and replace some of this roofing and whatnot, really just flush out the interior. But I thought this was... So this is my base area, so to speak. I guess we'll give you guys the nickel tour real quick. So this is where I've been working out of. This is the exterior. The interior has a little bit of a castle area down here. And then over here is my mansion house. Comes complete with a custom fishing hole. And then this is the old lab. So when we first started here, this is where I did a lot of my automation for farming. Yeah. And so this used to be the old server farm here. Morning, Astria. So when this runs, this basically takes so with create you can crush cobblestone and a crushing wheel and make gravel, and then if you wash the gravel you get iron nuggets. So this used to be the way we would get iron for the server. I say used to be because this was it was never like super productive. This is the gold farm over here. When this ran, this turned sand into clay, cooked the clay to make terracotta, and then yeah, it generates iron. If you wash, hang on, let me grab some. Got some gravel here. Let's grab a whole bunch of it. So when you wash gravel in a create contraption like this one, what you get out of it is two items. You get iron nuggets, and then you get flint. A lot of flint. So much flint. So as you can see, that stack gave us 22 flint and 9 iron nuggets. And so this was the way we used to get our flint and iron nuggets way back. This has all since changed. Let's go this way. The new iron farm, which produces which we built for the whole server to use and produces somewhere in the neck of the woods to 2,000 to 3,000 ingots per hour, is a lot more fun to see and play around with. So this is the new iron farm. We'll pop up here. So we've done the villager breeding stuff, not villager breeding, but the villager farms. So we've got 8 chambers that produce iron golems, and these guys have slept. And as you can see right over here, we have an iron golem. This is what's been affectionately referred to as the blender. And so this one has a spinning device in there that chops them to pieces. Not the most efficient way to kill them. It's just fun to watch when you get a whole bunch of those guys in there. Yeah, most people like the blender. But it does kill them eventually. Over here is that's the combustion chamber. So we just did a simple TNT duper. And so you can hit a button, drop TNT into the chamber, and then it explodes the iron golems that fall into there. This redstone latch here will actually turn it into an automated mode, and it'll just start kicking TNT for you. So you don't have to sit there and mash the button. So if you really wanted to mash the button, you can, or you can let the system do it for you. Over here we have the frying pan. So as the iron golems generate, they fall down. They land here and they get cooked. It does come with push button action, so if they're on the right side of the frying pan, they'll get ejected up. And then this one is the shrink machine, so to speak. It basically, when the iron golems fall into the water, they get pushed over and then launched into the red laser beams and killed. But in killing them, it gets you get the iron ingots from it, and so that gets ejected over here to this side. We could make a parkour. We have a game center. We haven't really done too much in the parkour area, but we could. We have a game center where we do it's called Call of Spud. It's potato warfare. So Create has potato guns. We have a target practicing area, and we have a PvP area. Wow, you guys seriously just not going to give me anything today? Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So if we go to the game center, so you can take. We have a spud cannon system, and so these are fun because this will actually track scoring. So if you're really good, it's just a little off there. You can hit that one up in the top. This will actually increment your score, though I don't think I got it. No, probably not. Oh yeah, it did. There goes the point. So yes, if you're really good, you can hit these ones. So the idea is to get the 15. And so the ones all the way up there in the back are the hardest to hit, so they're worth the most points. And then there's a scoreboard reset. So as you can see, it'll flush the system out and reset the score back. And so the idea is to work on your target practice. Over here in this area is our little PvP. So these pressure points are reload stations, so you can walk across, get some more potatoes. There's a maze area inside there. There's some up and down areas. There's some hidey holes in the sand and gravel area. So this is more for like coming in here and doing 4 or 5 people running around shooting each other. So little convoluted tight spaces. So this is fun. We occasionally get in here and we'll duke it out with each other. Yeah. Oh, don't you even. Go away. I've got to fix the spawns around here. Every time I think I got enough lighting up here to prevent spawns, they just show up more and more. I'll work on that. Yeah, it's still too dark in this area. I haven't done a really good job of what the world are you? Dead fish. Go away, go away. But yeah, it's so the other plans we have over here is for a capture the flag and a king the hill game system that's going to go over here. So those are the last two game stuff I have to put in over here. Yeah, well, so if you just put enough, yeah, we can block it with torches. That's what these feral lanterns are doing. I just have some dark spots. I just don't spend enough time here. And those dead fishes are something new. Once it came in with the last update. But yeah, so this is a game center. Yeah, we can. All I have to do is just light it up some more. I haven't come back out here to finish doing the work on it. So it's just been sitting here. The other project has been our Colosseum. So we're going to drop this floor down by another 2 blocks, and then we're going to intentionally put in methods to spawn waves of monsters that get increasingly harder. And then cover this top area with glass so that you can spectate and watch people run around down there while they're being chased by a couple hundred whatever monsters that we want to put in there. I have to talk with but me and another guy, Zoda, are the ones working on this, and it's still a work in progress. You want to see mob grinding? Where is that? This has been our latest big project that we've been working on, which is the Wellness and Success Center. So these are some mob farms that we've got going. They spawn mobs, and as you can see, they disappear because we've got a mob crusher right here. That's killing them, extracting the fluids and everything else. Yeah, so we try to do, like Friday nights, we try to get around and show people what's going on the server, what everybody's been up to. It's kind of like a show and tell. Just because there are some really fabulous builders that we have on the server, and some of the things that they've done in a short time is pretty impressive. Yeah, so this is where we're storing all of that experience that comes in. This is probably the biggest machine that I'm proud of. And so this is my experience rain generator. And so we'll do this real quick. This is also a fairly laggy machine. I'm going to put that out there now. When we hit this button, you will see frame droppage. That's actually intentional. So this machine is designed on a single push of a button to go from, if you look down here, you'll see my level is at 0. So we push the button, we get a frame drag. And then if you go collect all the experience balls, nice, mac and cheese, good carb system, carb feed out. But yeah, you go collect all of the well, so we intentionally made it to be a laggy system. It was actually by design, because we wanted to go big with the big lag. It's actually really fun to watch this scene from the side, watch somebody else in the system. But as quickly as you hit the button, it refills itself back up with bottles of enchanting. So it's already filled again. But as you can see, I went from no experience to 63 levels at a push of a button. And so that was kind of the design implementation of it. Yes, it's laggy, but it's fun. It's fun to play with. So this system is going to have a way to get you lots of experience. There's going to be an enchantment room over here, which is still in the process of being built. This area is supposed to be our potion brewing room, so we wanted it to be able to brew every potion that's currently in this mod pack. So that includes like Botania potions, that includes the normal vanilla potions, and any other potions that are available. So I've got a lot of work. So we're going to end up making a few more of these mob systems. So like this switch controls our witch spawner, which we use the witch spawner to get potion bottles, redstone, glowstone dust, various different potion drops that they give us. This is a fairly fast system, which is nice. So it's quick to get a lot of potions out of these guys. And so this just basically uses Industrial Foregoing's mob duplicator. Yeah. And so we duplicate, we make a bunch of these witches, and then we drop them down into these crushing rooms, and then they just get killed instantly. So a lot of this is just visual look and feel. There's no real reason for it. It's just fun to watch. So, but we do that to get, like I said, the redstone, the glowstone, the gunpowder, sticks, sugar. They have a lot of good... no, I'm not a big fan of baby zombies. They're a little too fast and they're a bit of a pain in the butt. They hurt worse in the beginning. But we've reached sort of like end game with a lot of different mobs. Everybody's playing on the server, so they're not so bad anymore, but they're still annoying. And then this is the last room that we have been putting in here and we're working on is the recycling center. Yeah. So the recycling center is fun because you can take, let me see if I have any leggings. None of those I can use. Boots. No, I think I'm running low on example materials now. We'll see if it'll sort that one. So the idea being is that you should be able to take enchanted and non-enchanted gear, drop it in the input box. It should come down here, get sorted, and then get pushed over here into... Yeah, I didn't. It gets pushed into the art furnace here and then broken down, and what you get out the other side should be the resulting result set of whatever that happens to be. So I did at least strip the enchant off in it, so we got the enchant back. But it won't actually crunch plate armor. So, but yeah, so we have people who like to go out and adventure, and then they come back with all kinds of really interesting armor and gears, and they're like, well, I really just want the resource because I don't need the armor anymore. And so there you go. There's a mechanism by which we can strip the enchants and get all the stuff. And so that's what this... this is a SMP server. It's technically open to the public, technically not. I mean, it's by invite, so we invite people in. So a couple of the membership that's on the server actually came from people who popped into the stream one day and sat around and chit-chatted and talked, and we had a good time. Zodicus came from another server, but he was watching the stream one day. And then Zinga and Astria came with Zodicus. So we've had a couple of people who just dropped into the stream and just chatted with me for like 2 or 3 sessions and like, okay, yeah, you know, if you want to try some of this stuff out, come on over. We get Discord information out, and then inside Discord is how to connect to the server's IP, and everything else, and people get in and start playing. So these are some of the big projects I have been personally involved in. Some of the ones that are just really cool to look at are going to be like Zingas Place over here. As big as my area was, and I thought I was productive in building, Bazinga's kind of, yeah. Bazinga's taken it into a whole different realm. I can't keep up with how quickly this area changes over here. He's very busy. It's just huge. And it looks like, oh, it looks like he finally got it done. Nice. He's putting an alarm clock up here. That's great. So yeah, he went out and swiped this out of Blue Skies and put this in over here. Oh, and he managed to bring up his little turtles too. Cool. But yeah, this place, there's always something going on. He changes this. Yeah, I can't keep up with how quickly this guy changes this area over here. That's a bit much. I don't even know where half of those go to. The area I spend most of my time at is here in my updated lab. So this is our mob farm. So each one of these switches will spawn a different creature in. Like, there's a witch spawner for you. This one I think is Ravagers. Yes. So that's a Ravager area. And so each one of these smaller rooms up here spawn small guys. So if I wanted slime, here's my slime farm. We get them actually from the Twilight Highlands slime ants. These things are just, they produce a lot of slime. Faster and easier than just doing a normal slime farm. Down here is the big boss room area. So we have different bosses that we spawn down here. And we have them on farm. So, you know, we went to a raid and swiped this guy from one of the raids. And so now he's permanently on farm down here. Killing him just gives you cobblestone and redstone, though. So, not really a need to kill him all the time, but, you know, it's useful to have. He's fun to look at anyways. Then there's this guy from Alex's Mobs. He's a big... I never remember his name. Yeah, Frostmaw. That's his name. But he spawns you these crystals. Yeah, he spawns these ice crystals. And so I got a whole bunch of them now. And every time we kill him, we just get more. But he's fun just to sit there and have in the room and watch him sleep. Turn the little killing button on and he gets wiped off. Yeah, God, yeah, this guy is gonna be noisy. There's currently a gas for gas tiers. If we needed it, go away. I may have to go and see if I can't find one of those night bosses to see if I can't get them captured and put in one of these rooms. Probably this room actually, because I have so these are the iron golems from Twilight Highlands, specifically from the Urgas Tower. I thought they looked cool. but I needed a bigger room, and so I may branch out more that way and put in a few more rooms for like mid-tier guys. What's in this one? I'm trying to remember what's in all of these bigger. Oh, yeah, that's definitely. I needed books and paper, so that's why he's in there. This one's technically empty still. I need to fill that with something. And then from the deep nether area, and I probably should swap out the stone for lava, there is a bone serpent. Which these guys are good to be able to farm and kill for their teeth, because then you can make potions that allow you to see through lava. He's such a cute little guy. And then last but not least, because, you know, every mob killing boss needs one, we have our wither killing system. So this will create the wither, he'll spawn. I think I have it in my plans because I need a lot of ether gas for some of the other stuff I want to do. So we may put a fluid from Industrial Foregoing's the fluid drill right above him, and then toggle the crushing machine back there so that we can turn it on and off to generate ether gas, ether fluid, because that has to be done over top of a wither. And so this room works out really well for that. And in case you're wondering, this is created using astral sorcery. So if you get yourself an illumination wand, I learned something new this play session. You can actually color these guys. So that was fabulous. But if you hold shift and you right click a block, you can actually make it an illuminated block where it can't be broken. And so it's like having bedrock. So basically we built our own. Oh, bummer, dude. And so this, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so basically this, we built our own like bedrock trapped area for the wither. But yeah, so that's pretty much the way our lab works here. And this is all still technically in the same area as the colony outside. It's just tucked away underground. It's now nighttime. But yeah, so this whole server's just been an experiment in what does the server look like after a year in the same modded server. What kind of things do people build over the course of the year, and what do you do once you've reached the end of a mod? And what can you do once you get to the end of a mod? And what can you do when you get to the end of several mods? And what can you do when you get to the end of, like in this case, there's 250 some odd mods in this one. So what kind of intermingling of techniques can you do inside of that many mods? And so we started streaming this server because it was curiosity. I was looking to build up some membership, some people to come and play on the server, and add to it, and then see what they would do with it. So that's kind of where this stream came about at. I'm not really expecting it to get like super huge, but I am hopeful that the membership that plays here and anybody else who comes and joins us as we continue to move forward will have an enjoyable experience, and people who watch on stream nice. Well, thanks for the sub, dude. Yeah, so that basically the YouTube channel is just record keeping. So that's basically back at the start of the very first video on there is from back at the start. We were start of the server, so to speak. Not really like day one start, but it does walk you through a lot of the things that we have been doing, trying to do. There's my favorite bit, running around with Shale, where she's like, "Oh, here, I can help locate the end fortress," and then throws an ender pearl. Ends up in the water. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I think we have room for, I think, like maybe another 4 or 5 other builders to add to the server. I'm a little hesitant to add anybody new to it because I don't think it'd be too fair, since I'm not certain how much longer we're going to be. The game plan is trying to get to be a year on this mod pack, and then we were going to cut over to a new mod. And I think once we cut over to a new mod, it would probably be better to add fresh people at that point. A lot of the people that are here... Yeah, I can show you the spawn point. We actually have a welcome center at the spawn point. It's not a very big building. It is one that me and Shale built before we started getting a bunch of people playing on the server. But there is the welcome center. So this is where everybody basically starts out at, is in this building right here. It's just a very small building. We've been adding... Oh, looks like somebody's come through here and put some more decorations up on the Christmas tree. So we built a very large Christmas tree. Then there's the... Yeah, so normally we don't have a lot of this mess over here. I was playing around with rail construction, so I had to come back out here and tear this down, because this is not going to stay permanently here. But we did want to put the Christmas tree here at the Welcome Center. Otherwise, this is pretty much an empty area except for this one little lonesome house right here. I like to keep Spawn Point nice and clean, so that when you log in, you can do things like... So you spawn in, I think you spawn in actually somewhere just outside this building, and then you can go inside the building. And so we keep a collection of like iron gear. So you got a full set of iron armor here, and then a full set of iron tools at your disposal. And so it's usually enough to get most people started. So they can come in here, you can learn the standard way stone. So these are spawned naturally across the world, so you always have a way back. And then we assign people share stone colors. And so this works out really well, because then you can put one down at your base and put one down here. And then if I wanted to come see what you were up to, all I had to do was find your base. Like, here's Kara's. So we can go anywhere Kara sets down one of her magenta share stones. We can go visit and see what she's been up to. It also works out well if you wanted to go and help them. You go, hey, I need a hand with this. Here's a way to get over there to the place. Hi, Jonas. Hey, Jonas. Yeah, you have to show me how you pronounce that. That is a mouthful of a name. But yeah, so we just make certain everybody's got their own color. It makes it easy for everybody to get around. Nice. Yeah, thanks for the follow, dude. Oh, stop going. Now, what I need to do is get out here with some mega torches. Because the feral torches and putting up normal torchlights are nice, but there's it's under the torch masters, and that's what I should make, is a bunch of these mega torches. Jonas, okay, I don't feel so bad then. I think that's what I started calling you. And we used these mega torches don't put out an awful lot of light, but they do prevent negative mob spawns within I think it's a solid chunk. So we can put some of those out here and not ruin the lighting effect, and be able to um, prevent mobs from showing up and causing people heartaches. But yeah, this is pretty much the welcome area. The tree will go down. We'll probably take the tree down after Christmas is over with. This, I just need to get out here and take this down. This was fun to play around with, and we put a couple people on it and let them ride around. But I was really more so testing how I wanted my whole, a little. I was testing how I wanted to make my my rail car system, because yeah, a little something, all right. So that's one of the other big projects we have here to the railway center. So we have this that's kind of like in the middle-esque of our map. And so the idea is that we were building which is why I had it on my list to work on my train system. So here's the railway center. Shale's got her base right here. There's my base up over here. Bazinga and them have their base down here. Zodicus is over here. I think Kara's somewhere up over here, maybe. So we've been trying to go with a more organic invites to the server. Just having people come in and talk. Yes, this is Valhelsia 3, Jonas. So I'm not the only streamer on the server. Zodicus also occasionally streams as well. And I think there's one other one who, Katoa, occasionally gets on here and streams. We could do some short vids and whatnot. But yeah, we were planning on doing like a world tour train system, which is what this is supposed to be here. This will take you to the various odd bases once it's all finished, built out, and let you go to the people's places. So when we started Valhelsia 3, was because Valhelsia 4 was not available. We started Valhelsia 3 early this year. So that's why. It was like shortly after we had started Valhelsia 3, Valhelsia 4 came out. And we had already made the decision to do a full year on mod pack before we left to a different mod pack. Or, you know, if the server died because of some update that came in, or the mods weren't managed correctly, and so because we've played, I'm gonna say I've probably played myself personally like 30 or 40 different mod packs over the years, and some of them just they don't mix the mods correctly, and so it causes instability on the server and it dies horribly. Yeah, these guys are they're lanterns. They're fun to kill, but they don't actually do anything worthwhile. So we honestly we're expecting this one to get about 6 months out of it, and we figured the server would kind of belly up because after a point when you start doing a whole lot of really big builds, the server just can't keep up. They're neutral. They won't hurt you at all. They just poof around. Talking about Shales, we'll go visit Shales Hollow real quick. Shales got a fun, interesting build style. And that she's got a bunch of it up top here where you can see. That's where she did some of her colony work at. And then there's the hole. She also has this whole underworld cavern right below. She's also been working on. So, But yeah, the big reason behind Valhelsia 3 is just Valhelsia 4 wasn't available. And then when it became available and we really got into it, we'd already, I said we were planning on a year here, and then we would wait and see what happened. I think the game plan is that June or July of next year is when we're officially hit our. It is possible to join the server. Yes. We don't. So we have room for like maybe 5 or 6 more people. And anything more than that would probably be a little. So there's a lot of people who do mine colonies on the server, and what we have noticed is that too many colonies running around will actually stress the server out and cause instability, and so we're really just trying not to kill everybody. But we have room for, I think, 4 or 5 more people before we would close down invites to the server. Just the sad part is anybody who came to join the server, unfortunately, in this case, would be I just don't want people feeling rushed when they come and join the server. If that makes any sense. Just because June or July is like 4 or 5 months from now. 6 months. I think 6 months now. We're halfway through our season on this server, and I just didn't want anybody to feel like they were rushed to complete anything. If that makes sense. But we have a Discord channel. We do an awful lot of chatting and collaborating in different projects we've got going on. I like this entryway. I think it needs a little something more. I think that works, and we can open this up on the interior side. This is definitely going to have to get bigger. But this works. I'm sorry, Ninja. Myth? We'll just call you Myth. Yeah, I was having fun one day. Apparently, and this is good information, if you do industrial foregoings, laser drill system, and you leave it on and running, and you do a bunch of light blue lasers in here, you will very, very quickly end up with a couple thousand pieces of diamond ore. No, too high. That's kind of the reason behind the statue over here. Was I had. Sure, go ahead. I'm happy to have a. What kind of bit of advice do you have? I love advice, especially if it learns me something new. Snow all the time. There we go. Probably put some torches on that. Keep it from getting covered in snow. Or string. String would work. String over there. Build my server in front of the spawn point. Oh, I see. Yeah, we could do that. That's not a bad idea. Don't feel bad. I hate trying to type in my keyboard because my keyboard likes to add extra U's to everything, and then it adds the number 7 like almost like nonstop. I hit O, I get 7. I hit a U, I get a 7. I get a. Just been too lazy. Yeah, we could absolutely do that. I have been experimenting in signages. We'll go over here to this little selling sector. So I've been doing signage work like this. I've been playing around with it. Well, congrats on a new keyboard. That's always exciting. New pieces of hardware is cool. Yeah, I have fun. I come over here to Zingas place periodically, and I like to add signage, just because it's fun. So that's my latest signage. It looks like he started to take down some of it already, but you know, I wanted to try and capture that more of a billboard-esque type of look and feel. So I stuck it on an angle and then added lights to it. I thought it came out rather well. Yeah, initially, and you'll probably see it in some of the initially the last signage I put over here was a big letter N that covered this area right here. Yeah. Yeah, I actually run PE on a Raspberry Pi that I have floating around here. Mostly because I like checking out the different redstone. So I've got a Bedrock. It's kind of a shame too, because some of the things you can do in Bedrock's redstone you can't do here in Java. There's different things about redstoning that I like doing that I think works really well in some places. Like, you know, Bedrock being able to move around chest was pretty fantastic. You just can't do that in Java, which seems a shame. Yeah, it's not the most ideal. I don't do too much in Bedrock just because some of it just drives me absolutely bonkers. Jonas, I would suggest. So my machine sounds like it actually wants to die on occasions, and I run about six gigs worth of RAM, and then trying to stream on top of that, it gets a little choppy. But what I have found is that if you get a I don't know if you've got a desktop or a laptop. I'm running on a laptop, so for my laptop, uh, I actually sit my laptop on a cooling pad and blow lots of cold air on top of that, and that actually helps keeping my laptop from sounding like it's going to explode. If you're running a desktop, I would suggest probably using now we have gotten one of the I say one of the a couple of the server members like Astria, who's currently online right now, and her husband Bazinga, and there's another guy, little Chris. All of those guys actually play on 16 gigs on this mod pack. They don't run the full. I think they run 6 gigs only. But some of the things that you can do to make it run a little smoother for you is turn down your viewing distance too. Yes, I too would be a weeb. So you're not alone in that myth. uh, My favorite anime. Oh, there's been so many. If we're talking series, Ghost in the Shell. If we're talking movies, I'm actually an old traditional Akira fan, but after Akira, then I would still go with some of the Ghost in the Shells. Naruto's not bad. If you start mentioning Pokemon, you're gonna lose like all kinds of respect with me. JoJo's pretty good. What is the one I'm currently watching right now? Yeah, I have a whole. I actually pay for Verb streaming. That's VRV streaming, so I get access to like Crunchyroll and a bunch of the other ones. And I've been. What is that one? See, now I'm gonna have to go look at what it's called. Fruit of the Evolution Tree is. Yeah, Fruit of Evolution is the one that I've been watching, and then there's the Distant Paladin. Oh, don't. When that happens. Yeah, Fruit of the Evolution Tree. And then, yeah, that's one I've been watching. There's Faraway Paladin. That's the other one that I've been watching and waiting in anticipation for more videos to come out for that one. Black Clover, One Piece. Yep, I would agree. Those are all good ones. You guys a fan of Hero Academy? Yep. I always felt like they could have done just a little bit more with Deku, but otherwise it's still not bad. I actually like what they did with All Might. That was a really good way of Plus Ultra Ultraman. Oh, that's Fire Force. So yeah, I think we put. I don't think I can go that way without butting into the castle stuff. So I think we'll go this way. We can open this up. That's definitely not gonna be able to stay there. I'm gonna have to push that back. But yeah, we're always on the look for people to come and join the community. Nice. Well, Jonas, I don't see why you can't. I'll have to get you onto the Discord server, and we can have discussions and whatnot. We don't mind. We have lots of people in the community. Well, that's usually the way. It's usually the way we chat. Like 90% of the conversations we have, we chat through Discord. And we have a voice chat on there, and so a lot of times while a lot of us are on playing during the week, we're actually sitting in voice chat, and sometimes we talk an awful lot, and then sometimes it's like whisper quiet in there. There's 8 or 9 of us sitting in there. We're just none of us are saying anything. We're all just like focused in on what we're doing. But here I will. I'll do this. Invite people. All right, so I am going to put up in the chat a 7-day. Or no, let's not do it that way. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a link. That link is good for our Discord server, but the link will expire in 24 hours. So the sooner you use it, the better off you are. There you go. Anyway. But we have members. They do all sorts of games that play on here. So it's not like all Minecraft. We do Gunfire Reborn, and I think one of the things that we've been trying to do is build up enough bodies to do other multiplayer-esque type games. It would just be fun to play around with. This corner is definitely coming out. So yeah, I think we're just going to push this back a little. Drill. And this is where it's like, okay, so once you get towards the end game, exactly what all do you have access to? And it turns out you have access to an awful lot of stuff. 5. What does 5? So let's just open this up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, you guys are welcome to come join the Discord server, and there is information on how to get on the so there's information on how to get onto the Minecraft server in there. We're looking to come play here. The only thing that we like, anywhere you go, be respectful, and have a good time. If you start griefing, I make regular backups of the server. So if you start griefing peoples, and we'll roll the server back to another backup, and then yeah, we'll just start throwing around banhammers. Which I don't really like to do. So, but yeah, we're just trying to build a nice, happy, fun, loving community. And we're happy to have people on board. That looks better. Remember, we do a train parking here, and then an entryway that goes this way. Welcome back, Myth. So here, yeah. Like that. Well, so I can go bigger, but I didn't really need it much bigger than 3x3. I think I'm going to make this like a glass wall here, so you can see in when the train is here. And then this is actually going to be the entrance into the train station. I was thinking 3x3, but I think I actually want it just a little bit taller than that. Unfortunately, the miner doesn't have bigger than 3x3. Or, well, it does. It's got a 5x5. 5x5 is a little too much. Nice. So what you planning on streaming? Okay. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm just gonna tell you, if when you start to do the stream stuff, just make certain that you're doing something that you're enjoying. If you're not enjoying it, and it's just yeah, if you're not enjoying it, then it's just not worth the trouble. I'm trying to think of what the how to pronounce that first character there. Let's set this guy a little bit lower. Yeah, that should be good enough. It's more of a block exchanger. It's from the Build Tool series. So it's more of an exchanger rather than a replacer. No. No. So this particular tool is from Building Gadgets, and so it allows you to. So it works like a pickaxe. It just replaces the block in question with whatever block that you've selected it to. So in this case, I've got it replacing everything with these castle bricks in inventory. So it removes it and replaces it, but I get cobblestone, not stone, so it doesn't have like silk touch on it. So it's real nice for like just real quick prototyping and throwing in what you want to see. Does it look right? Are you happy with it? You want to make changes? That's kind of what I like using it for. That one lone piece of grass. Yeah, so we are one version back. We are on the 346. I do have it on my schedule. I think either later on this evening or first thing tomorrow morning, I will be rolling us forward to the 347, just to fix for the critical server error. So that is a thing to keep in mind. Yeah. What is up with that? I've been trying to figure out what causes that. Well, thank you. I bet you it's these castle bricks. So I just started putting them in here. Oh, that's... These are so much fun to play with. Oh, I think I have enough to do a 4x4 door with it, or a 3x4. Right there. Ah, that works out really well. And we just build in. Need is yes. It's not the first thing that comes to. I'm just, yeah. Nope. that's what you're gonna get. Just, yeah, no. It's just something not right about that emoji. I don't. Maybe we should go down. Yeah, I think we should take that all the way down to the bottom floor. The other thing we're gonna have to do is I gotta change this from a stopper there. Well, I gotta move the stopper around, but I think that's going to depend on. Stuff's like trying to pick up obsidian sometimes. There and there. And we'll make some panzer glass to fill that in. Yes. Any panzer glass? No, not even in range of a transmitter. Alright, I need to put a transmitter over on that side of the house. Oh, that might be enough. Just gotta make another stack just in case it's not. And then rocket launch and throw myself face first into this. Oh, looky there. It is enough. Alright. So, there. Nice explosion proof. We can see when there's train is in. And we have our way to get over there. I'm happy with that so far. Do some decorating in here. Figure out what we want it to look like. Yeah, that 4 height is much better. I like that better. All right. Making some headway here. I like making headway. The only thing I think the biggest... I like the QIO system. I think the biggest headache I have with the QIO system is that it doesn't actually have a crafting system that goes with it. And so that's on my list. It's been on my list to try and figure out some way to incorporate the QIO with like refined or some other automated crafting system. just their documentation doesn't really leave a whole lot of operations that allow you to do things like that. So you kind of have to pull it out. Look at there. We have a Jonas online. Wow. Let's go pay Jonas a visit at the Welcome Center, because that's where he's going to end up at. Bang. And we will say a welcome. I wonder if I actually have any. Only other thing that we do. Oh, well, that's all I have on me. I'll have to make some more. Let's see if he actually starts moving around. Nope. He popped out. Yeah, it seems to be the thing. There we go. I suspect that... All right, Jonas. We'll see when you get back. We'll be here. Where was I at? Right in the mountain tree. We wanted to do a big dragon head at one point for this, but it doesn't feel like it would fit in with the design elements that we have over here, so I don't think we're going to do a big dragon head. Maybe a sphinx. This almost looks sphinx-ish, but that doesn't fit either. I figure out what kind of... Maybe we just don't do anything with it. That's definitely got to come away from here. Of course, I'm doing this, and I'm like, you know, if I was just smarter about it, I would go pull the drill out, and it should be done faster. But there boils the question, is if I was smart enough. Too much to be able to see that through there. Yep, that's 5. That's it. And there we go. I do notice that if you really want to get the best bang for your buck out of this drill, it doesn't care too much about what's on the other side. What's surrounding the block that you're looking at to drill out. So if you want to take out like obsidian really quick, then put a stone right next to the obsidian you're going to tear out, and tear the stone out, and then it'll pick up the obsidian like free of charge. It's an interesting behavior set. But it's one, if you know it's going to do it that way, you can save yourself a whole lot of headache by just planning on it. Yeah, those... Okay, so it's stuff I have floating around me. I wonder if that is because of my gravitational module. If we turn that off, turn on the jetpack. Nope. Can't see any reasons for those things to be popping all over the place. Okay. Well, what we can do is go make some more labeled crates real quick. didn't realize I was running out of them. So, planks. So we'll throw some planks down there and let them get treated. Oh wow, that's actually filled that thing all the way up. Okay, we have lots of... Well, that works out then. I really should just move this into a way to do this automated, so it'll just do it on its own and I don't have to steadily feed it. But I don't have to make too many of these crates anymore these days, so I just haven't done that. Laziness. Absolute laziness. And there is a Katoa. There's one of the other people who stream occasionally. I don't know if he's streaming today, but I do know he occasionally streams. That. Oh, the boring process of being a server admin. All right, I have to find my Japanese is decent, but not quite that decent. I'm still working on my kanji characters. All right, Mist. Well, take care. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time. Try not to have too much fun with those chores. I've got my own set I gotta go do before too much longer. Oh. Nothing like making treated. All right, I look forward to it. Take care, my friend. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next stream. Oh yeah, we definitely have enough to make a full stack of these. Good, good. And we can come down, grab that, grab this. Put that in there, and then go look up our crates. Here is the labeled crates. Let's grab a stack plus 8. That'll work. Gotta make certain I've got enough for new bodies showing up. I feel bad when I don't have enough of these floating around. All right. So that is got nothing to do with the gravitational module. So we can turn off the jetpack. We can go back to our gravitational module. And that is probably, all of that is probably everything to do with the fact that we started putting around these muscle blocks. Which is fine. I think actually when we bring it in here, I think I actually want to make this whole rail line and drop it down by 1. That way the, yeah. Don't need that. Let's turn on our vein mining attachment for this. That'll make picking these up easier. I thought about trying to do a train station that went through the nether and then back out. And we may still try to figure out how to do that. I don't know. I've got the portal down here for it. But we may just go over land too. This is a really long trip over land and it might be a little boring. So, I don't know. Decisions, and there's choices. Lots and lots of choices. But what I do know is that, what I do know is I forget that I have vein mine turned on that stupid tool. And the next thing I know, I have absolutely ripped an entire chunk of area right out of whatever it is I'm trying to work on. Vein mining is useful, it's nice, it's helpful on occasions, but if you don't remember to turn that stuff off, it will absolutely just beat you to death. Turn that mess off. Wow, it got way underneath there, didn't it? Holy cow. Alright, just how far did you get? Man, this is all probably really stupid because I'll probably end up pulling all of this stone back out anyways. When I go to do the rest of the decorations and the flooring for the area, but I think I would rather have the stone come out the way I want it to come out. I missed some stone blocks somewhere. Oh well. Alright. So we'll do it this way. And this should be the center here. Yes. And so we'll just fall into a hole. I think what we'll end up doing is putting an activator rail right there in front of the nether portal. That's the word I was looking for. And then that way we can eject the individual into the nether portal when we come through. And then on the other side of the nether portal, we can pick them up and carry them some distance. Diorite. Ew. Hey, welcome back, Dennis. That was quick. There we go. Some of the holes. I am going to go all out on this train, I think. You know, maybe we don't do a portal here. Maybe we just go overground. I think we'll just do overland. I think I want to go overland for this. It'll help with the ambiance and the look and feel of the thing. Stone. Seal that up nice and tight. There we go. All right. Let's grab some of our stuff. All that can go in there for right now. I don't need any of it. Just 30 seconds. And so what we need is a launching system. This don't really need a launch. Yeah. Oh, we'll want a way to. Oh yeah, we'll just do a powered button. I'm always like making things way harder than they absolutely need to be. So yeah, just do a powered button right to there. No. Yeah, we'll make this powered. So just like that. Be a nice, easy redstone circuit. That should be all more that we need. momentarily because we will put some powered rails here. That should go there. One stone button, because that's the easy thing to do right now. And then we push the button. So that didn't work right. This has to get powered for the rail cart to launch. I got a rail cart right here. That's not going to send it. So this has to get powered. I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, no, that's not good enough. So not such an easy system. But we should be able to grab myself a few of these guys. I should be able to do it like that. Well, that turned him on. You were supposed to be off. So I should be able to bud power this way. There we go. And then all we should really need to do is make this way more complicated than I needed it to be, but that's all right. All right, push this back on tracks. You guys would be better off just picking this stupid thing up. That's okay. There we go. Okay, not so, well, it really should have been as simple, but, you know, I have a tendency to overcomplicate everything. That's all right. That'll work. All right, so now we have our launcher. Get us going. So this will allow us to stop and take off again, which works out well. So then, yeah. So then we just need to figure out what we want the train to look like. And then build said train. So let's go back to the Welcome Center. We'll go collect our dirt blocks and all of our railing components. We'll go do real quick. I have, yes, there's my wrench. thing. Oh. Jonas is back. See if he starts moving around or not. I do not want to do it that way. Do I have? That is not. What that thing's called? At transport rail breaker. That's what it's called. I do have one. So I can go right in there. In and out, in and out. And that first time joining is a bit of a pain. Let's see what the server has to say. Hang on. I am checking the server logs. Just says you disconnected at the server. So my guess is why you are being disconnected is probably, I have no idea. Check your profile, make certain, have you given it enough resources for the Valhelsia? Yeah, a lot of people the first time they join the server have that same problem where it's like they're giving it the proper amount of resources that the system wants, but it still kicks them the first couple times. And it usually takes like 2 or 3 times logging into the server before it actually gets you in. And then after that, you just don't have that problem anymore. Don't have a good reason as to why it does that. It seems to only do it on this mod pack. But it is a thing that happens. I'd like to say there's a simple way to fix that. There hasn't been a simple way to fix that in my experience. Okay, good. That is working. Other times we've seen that happen. It's usually network lag, but usually there's a message in the server logs about network lag. And I'm not seeing any server log indicating network lag. Not shooting. There, that should clean all that up. Skeletons. Alright, so we don't need our magnetic shoes on anymore. We don't need our vein mining on anymore. I don't need it doing something stupid. Let's see. Yeah, it says that you joined and then you're just disconnecting. I'm wondering if you're crashing on your end or if you're lagging out. Due to initial load of the server data. I would say set your viewing distance down to like 4 or 5 and see if that helps. Under your options, so if you go options, video settings, and then change your render distance down. So like mine's set at 12, I would set yours at like try 6 or 7 at least initially, because then that way you won't try to load so much when you're coming in, and that might help reduce the data transmission that's being sent to you, and then you won't lag out when you're initially trying to load. And then once you're in and you can get around in the world, that usually goes away, and you should be able to turn that back up after a bit. Those would be the suggestions that I would have. As far as ping ratings goes, you look like you were pretty okay as far as ping timer was going. That. Oh, it looks like that's going to work nicely. Let's get some rails. Do we have a button? We do have buttons. All right. Oh, it does reorientate itself. That's interesting. Well, that's just gravy. Well, I learned something new today. This thing will always orientate itself forward. which means that we can then make a train track system that has a definitive front to it. Because then when you get into, it'll turn you around so that you're facing forward and moving forward. I like it. I like it that a lot. Oh. Hey, looks like Jonas is hanging out. Looking around, maybe. Oh, that's the Wellness and Success Center. That's the wrong place. There we go. Oh, we can see him. Oh. Looks like you're timing out, buddy. I had to stake money on it. If I were a betting man, I would bet that your network is timing you out. Redstone. And if I do the same here. That's interesting. Wonder why Astrid is shooting a crossbow. There. All right. Yeah, this is the button that's got to be powered. Maybe. Let's see. Mine cart. Drop you. Oh, that looks like that worked out rather well. And it slings back the other direction. Oh, this is going to work out wonderful. So then we pick this up. Put all that back in here. We can go grab our contraption. This is the thing we really care about because this is going to be the... So yeah, it does. It turns you around. Well, that's kind of fun. All right. So we can definitely have a front, and then we can have a back. All right. So let's see, what else do we this guy. We're going to pick him up. We are going to need is it in here? Doesn't look like it. That's bearing. No. So we're going to need to find our crate. It has all of our crate stuff in it. Our create crate. Let's see. We'll need a card assembler. We'll need a lever. Need our super glue. We'll start with that for right now. All right. So now we're ready to build onto this. But we do need to think this through a little bit more than what I have. Through a lot more than what I have. All right. We have all of this stuff. We need an area to work at that won't be impacted by what we're doing. We'll take it right down over here. This should be good enough. I don't need those, so put on our rail cart, throw down our that, put our contraption in place. Right, okay. That is the front that way. All right, so then now it's just a matter of how do we want to build this thing? What do we want to make it look like? How many people are we going to carry on this thing? Okay. Well, we'll figure all of that out momentarily. Let's go figure out what we want to build it out of. And while we're at it, let's go put back all of these blocks because we'll need them here again later on. All right. Yeah, I think 6 gigs is the minimum requirements for this game. The question I would have is whether or not you actually have a full 6 gigs that you can dedicate off on your computer. So that's the other thing that I have seen people run into is where they've got too much running. And so when the Minecraft starts up and goes to request the 6 gigs worth of memory, it actually can't get the 6 gigs, and so the game crashes when you try to log into it to play it. You can check that by going to your task manager and seeing how that works out. $49. That is some monstrous pings. That's the other thing I'm seeing is that, Jonas, is your network latency seems to be a little on the high side. That's not unplayable high. It just means you do need to stand around. That could just be initial, or you could just be timing out. Yeah, I would check to see if you've got, you actually have 6 gigs available to give. So you get to that if you go down to your start bar, you right click on your start bar, you bring up Task Manager, and then it should be the second tab in, should be the Performance tab. It will tell you how much memory your system is currently using versus, so it may be a function of you don't actually have the memory available to give it 6 gigs. So that would be the thing that I would check. This will actually work right here. Yes, perfect. This will work just fine. Alright, so these guys. Under. Oh, stairs. That would work. Create crate. Did I really? Still not enough coffee for this morning. If you find that when you open Task Manager up and you look at that Properties tab and you don't have enough memory to run it, then what you're going to have to do is try turning off certain things. So you may have to cut your web browser, any number of things to try and free up, and it may even be necessary to restart your computer, and then trying to log in after you've restarted the computer. So sometimes that's good enough to flush out all of the RAM and let you should free things up. I have no idea what that crate contraption is. I'm afraid to look at it. We're gonna have to. Oh, that's this guy. I was wondering where he disappeared to. Actually, leave anything in it? Huh. This was my initial roving inventory system. All right, hang on. Let me go pull it up. Look, see. Yeah, it looks like okay, so you have just enough to give it, but Windows is not going to let you allocate all that much memory. So essentially what it's boiling down to is you're trying to get it to go away. So essentially what your problem is you're running into is that you're running out of memory, so to speak. Even though you're not technically out of RAM, the system won't let you allocate all of that RAM. So my first thoughts would be to restart your computer. That should flush your memory usage down. And then on the other side of restart, try logging in after that point. Also, I happen to notice that your Wi-Fi is a little on the slow end. It may or may not be too much of a problem. That could just simply be a function of you're just not doing a whole lot on the network. So you could probably disregard that. But yeah, I would try a restart. There shouldn't be any reason why you couldn't run this scene. The other thing you might try is, yeah, I would start with the restart first and see if that frees up a bunch of memory. My theory is that you're probably my first initial stab at this would be that the system is not allowing you to allocate the rest of that memory for whatever reason. It could be something as simple as it's already been reserved, so it's not going to let you allocate it out. Do I have this? Oh, I do have it picked up. All right, so a little bit of super glue. Let's do it this way. All right. Should have some. But that would be the first place that I would start. I think that will probably get you the most bang for your buck with regards to what is going on with your machine. Picky. Where that super glue goes down. There we go. All right. Do this. I'm not liking that. And this is my problem. This design work is not my forte. But I should be able to still do this. Fall all the way off my working platform. Let's grab. I have 3 more. Let's go. All right. Maybe that's the thing we do, right? We take that back. I'll make this just a little bit on the wider side. There we go. This. There we go. if we look in for our stairs. Alright, so we are definitely going to need to make some more seats. So let's see. Create. I don't remember how to make these stupid seats. Oh, yes. Black wool and slabs. Alright. Well, that should be easy enough. Go to our very noisy sheep farm. Got two cats in my lap who have decided that they need to start to fight. Should be good enough. We'll see. Plop, plop. Alright, and then I think what I want are going to be some trapdoors. Now we're going to want, there's this, yes, vertical slabs. Here they are. Ooh, that looks. Yeah, it's going to be. Alright, so yes, we should be able to get them out of whatever. So let's go back over here to the lab where we can get a hold of a bunch of this stuff real quick. Don't need that. Don't need those. Next one should be good. And then almost it is. Too bad you don't have glass and vertical, but I mean, I guess that's not really that big of a deal. I'm just really trying to cover up some of the wood framing around this thing anyway, so. No, that's got to be done out of deep slate. No choice. Do it out of deep slate. Maybe not have to go digging for some more of that stuff. No, that's not the case. It's not. There's some deep slate right there. Let me guess, you don't have a vertical. Yes, there's. Deep slate. No. So I need the cob deep slate. That's fine. We will get our way. We're making our way there. I think this is actually more what we want. Should make it a lot happier. There we go. Oh, much better. And the question becomes is if I put another one there and I sit in the seat. Yes, I can still see over top of it. Okay, good. Have it, Jonas. See if he makes it in this time. We have to get set off like that. I haven't been sleeping. There we go. Nice little box train. Hey. All right. All right. I'm on my way. Carry all of that stuff around with me. Welcome center. There you go. Welcome, welcome. And great. There is some starter storage. All right, yeah, I can throw all that. You know, I stuck my ring. Yeah, whatever. I'll worry about that later. Let's see. Do a quick sleep. We'll make it daytime. There we go. Pick a direction and have fun. It's a shame for him to leave without learning that waystone. He'll find his way back here. I'm certain he will figure it out. Oh yeah, much better ping times too. Yeah, he should be good to go. There we go. All right, so back to the mountain retreat. And off we go. All right. And we've grown by another member. There we go. My wrench. That has a spot. And then we want our minecart contraption, which I think should be only here, right? Wow. Stuck myself into it. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's my own fault. Huh. Rail, put the rail back in here. There we go. Okay. So where did I put that stupid button at? All right. So yes, this will work. For a rail cart. All right. Now we just lay track back down. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go through another. I think we'll just go over land. Yeah, you should be able to hop in, hit the button, and go. Looks good. Looks very good. All right. All right. Yes, Valhelsia is a good mod pack. We've been very happy with it. It's been really good and stable. We've had a lot of really good fun here. And we're still having lots of good fun and activity on the server. So I don't have any issues with the Valhelsia mod pack whatsoever. I have played a few mod packs where about the time that you start getting towards the end content of a few of the mod packs and you start trying to join them together, it causes for a lot of instability, but I will give Veilzin and the rest of the group over there moderating this mod pack lots of props. They've done a really good job as to curating this mod pack very nicely. So it's been really good and stable. We've been really happy with it. And so we've been marching on towards our goal of 1 year and looking to see what happens. We're all kinds of excited about what's going to continue to come about after the end of the year. So yeah, that becomes a good question, is where to start. I think for me, my first thing that I did, I can show you where I started at. So it's this way. I started in this mod pack. I went with what I know to begin with, and like so many things require iron for everything. So I started here in create. This is where I started at, and so this is like a little create iron farm. It takes cobblestone, runs it through a crushing wheel, and produces gravel, which you can wash. So this is where I started at, was here. And I didn't even have the crushing wheel initially. Initially, all of that was located out over here. So I still actually have my original water wheels. They're still over here spinning. And so this spot right here, there's still water dripping here. Over here was a lava. And this was my first cobblestone generator areas right here. And so that dropped gravel straight into a millstone grinder that made gravel. And then I washed that instead to get my iron going. We've since replaced the iron farm. So this is more historical here than anything else. I don't actually use this anymore. But this is where I started at first, because so much of anything that you're going to do and I don't care what modded Minecraft that you play or vanilla, everything requires iron. So usually one of the first things that I do, where I start at, is always trying to figure out how can I get an iron generation system going first. Create by far has the fastest, easiest iron generation system to get you started with. Here, I can even show you the, let's I might create this guy. And so once you get create going, you really have the sky is the limit, so to speak. Because with an iron generation going, then you can pretty much do most of the mod packs after that. Because at that point you have a steady source of iron for all your iron tools. You have a steady source of iron for all of the various iron recipes. After I did create, I took a tour down Astral Sorcery. So that's what this is right here. This is my Astral Sorcery transport altar. So I came over here and did Astral Sorcery. This actually doesn't require iron, but it does require a lot of digging. So I was using the iron pick and getting like diamonds and everything else while I was digging for aquamarines and the stuff to do Astral Sorcery. Because there's Astral Sorcery in here, you can use Astral Sorcery, which is nice for early game flight mechanics, right? So if you get into Astral Sorcery far enough, there's my Akashic Tomb. You can open up your perks. And then, so I personally always run Visio when I start Astral Sorcery. And the reason to run Visio when you start Astral Sorcery is because then you can very quickly get to your Spectral Wings, which gives you a form of creative mode flight. You don't have to get the Spectral Wings, because if you don't get it, then your mantle acts like a early game Elytra, so you don't even have to go to the end to get it. This works out really well for getting around really quickly. Wow. So that was like my second place to go after that, and so that gives a lot of like real quick access to mobility and whatnot. And then after that, it's look through the mod pack list and go, okay, what do I want to play with? Because once you have a way to get regular iron going, everything else becomes kind of easy. And then the next things that you worry about is mobility. And with Astral Sorcery, you get your mobility. It's done. It's over with. Nice and easy. After that, really the sky's the limit. It's what do you want to do? So for me, after I did Astral Sorcery, I started making farms. That's what I did. So I did a watermelon pumpkin. I had a blaze farm after going to the nether. And then after I did all the farms building, so I had like lots of mobs on spawn and ways to get mob drops real quick and easy. I went and started working on mechanism. And so I worked my way in so I could get my fission reactor and then ultimately down here to do my fusion reactor. So I had power sources, and over here is like the ×5 ore multiplication system and the antimatter super phase critical whatnot. And so you can work your way through mechanism. Mechanism's got a much longer progression route than say Astral Sorcery. If you do Astral Sorcery quick enough, you only have to do enough. So you start here in Discovery, I think. Yeah, that's just the point you start at. And so the big thing to do in Discovery is to get here and make your luminous crafting table. And so it's a real quick jaunt. You make your wand, you make your luminous crafting table, you find an Astral Sorcery place to do that. After Discovery, then the biggest things that you're really just focusing on doing, I think it's Exploration. Exploration may be 3 and not 2. No. So after that, you're basically the things that you're working on are making your altars, and so you can really power level your way through Astral Sorcery by just doing the altars. When you get to 3 and you can do the attunement, the things that you want to make here in the attunement area are going to be your Starlight Attuner. And then, of course, again, you're going to be making your altar. And so as long as you stick with that path all the way through, you can go from, I think I knocked out Astral Sorcery in a weekend. Plus or minus farming the various odd marble stuff that you need. But yeah, just focus on getting your altars all the way through, and then once you get to Radiance, you can make your mantle, and you're off to the races at that point. That was my path when I started here. Was how do I get so that I can move around quick and easy, and then how do I get to stuff that will let me make the majority of things. After Astral Sorcery, I settled into Mechanism and Refined Storage for power. And for storage system. Also, it works really nice for crafting. So with Refined Storage, you can get these crafters and you can do a whole automated process where you can teach them how to craft every item in the game if you really wanted to. So like if I wanted to make a network transmitter for whatever reason, I can just tell the system to make one or however many, and it will tell me whether or not it can, and how many pieces are available. So if I wanted 10 of these guys, this is what it's going to cost me to make it. And then it goes through and does all the combines and everything else for you. So for me, with trying to manage resources and everything else, that was my thing. Is after I got my iron factory going and my Astral Sorcery, so I can move around and get to things easier and faster, it was set up storage. After storage, then just became, okay, let's go exploring. And so I went and played in Twilight Highland. I went and played in a tomb that's in here. There's blue skies you can go and horse around in. We also did some Botania work, which is another fun one to get to play around with. So if you prefer more of a magic-esque sort of feel, Botania is really good for that. So here's the stuff that I've been doing over here in Botania. I actually relocated my Botania area out to the Ever Dusk. But you know, you can do things like system to grow trees and then eat the leaves and trees for mana. And so you can do a fairly easy farm generation this way. There's also mine colonies in Valhelsia 3. Mine colonies is a great for if you just don't know which way to go. Mine colonies works out really well to give you so you kind of build a place, and the people there will produce a lot of your resources for you. You can get a guy to do all your mining, wood chopper, whatnot. But yeah, we're happy to help. It is a good mod pack. I would definitely suggest to anybody who's looking to try and explore a lot of different. Yeah, we're always on here. We're happy to have you drop in. It's fun. But yeah, it's a good mod pack if you're just trying to look to explore a lot of different mods. The biggest start point is always just trying to get yourself going with some basics. Yep. Take care, Iron. I look forward to seeing you around again. Just dropping in and visiting. Go. But all right, so back to see if we can go help Jonas real quick. Yep. Sometimes it's just fun just to go around and explore and see what people have been doing. Oh, we should be able to do better than that. too fast. It's kind of interesting, though, to, I suppose, to walk around worlds where people have been busy working and building, and just kind of seeing what they've been up to and doing. I think it's still find some of these things down. All those colonists. Guys are absolute fun to watch and play with. All right, so back to Main Railroad. I think that's right. If not, I will fix it later. So should end up at 33. Ooh. This is what I mean by new keyboard. You just get rocketed. Now, yes, we are doing these track 16 at a shot, just because I want to make certain that there's enough powered rails to continue to push this along. I don't think it actually will drag on the ground like a normal minecart does, but I'm just not really in the mood to test that out either. Wow, I forgot how long this place is. But on the upside, we are almost done. All right. 12, so 52. Yeah, I was thinking about taking it to Nether. I just don't think we are. I think we break this. And we're not going to go to Nether. We will go overland, and that will be good enough. Alright. So, we'll just run all the way back here. Alright. So then what we need are some redstone torches. And we'll put in some redstone torches to make this thing powered. See, that was the thing I was trying to figure out. The nice thing is it's not really that big of a deal. We can just swap the rail out and we go on to the next one. And it could have simply been a matter of I didn't line myself up right when I put this in place. Or it could be I just can't count. At the end of the day, it doesn't really make all that much of a difference to me. Because this is way more powered rails. What probably needs to be here to run this thing. So, there you have it. Yes, Jonas, you can. If you need items, absolutely. You most certainly can. Would you like me to show you the way around there? All right, give me 2 seconds. I will come and get you. Ooh, look at that. Good to good. There we go. All right, and off we go. All right, let's see if we can find Jonas. There he is. All right, Jonas. This way. Button on the floor. And then down we go. And then, so here is the refined crafter. So the one right here that says black crafting grid is the one that has a crafting square on that. And then, yeah, you can just reach in there and grab what you need. Now there are things in here, so if you wanted actual just diamonds, and like, so there's only 2 diamonds in there now, but there's like 3k diamond ore. If you took the 2 diamonds out, you'll see that diamonds say there's a craft button. If you click it and then tell it how many you want, it'll actually craft the diamonds for you out of the diamond ore. So anytime you see the word craft underneath of it, it means you can order it from the system and it'll make that thing for you. So. Fun little thing. But there's a lot of stuff in there. I'm not even going to pretend to know half of what's in that thing. Yeah. You can tell the system to craft you diamonds. If you want to make a whole armor of diamond armors, just tell it, hey, make me a stack of I think it's 24 diamonds. Make a diamond armor. But yeah, you could tell it to craft you 24 diamonds, and then you can make a diamond armor. I think there's even netherite in there, so you could ask it for some netherite ingots if you wanted to make your go from diamond armor to netherite armor. Yeah, you could get the whole thing right on out of there. It's easy enough. Help yourself. Whatever you need. There's more stuff in here than I will ever use. So help yourself to whatever you want out of there. I think majority of the stuff that's in here is pretty much on farm anyway, so it, I'm not hurting in the least bit for any of it. I'm trying to think what isn't on farm in here, and there's not much. I think all the little onesie twosie items are the things that I have either made or just found while out and about. I don't really care. I'm just not using it. Like stone swords, I know come from the wither farm that we have downstairs. So it's kind of whatever. Yeah, anything in there you see you want, help yourself to it. You don't have enough stories to take it all, so I'm not really that worried about it. But yeah, easy enough. Alright, so we have trailing tracks down. Let's go take a little ride. I wonder what we should do is make a return trip. So if we take this guy out. Be able to do this, right? Here. Some rails. Rail. Redstone. Blocked. Powered. And because I'm just curious. For some reason, I feel like this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Translate it that way. Okay. Redstone. And that should do it. Okay. Now we have our return trip back. So, let's go for a ride. Problem is we can probably run there faster than we can actually ride the scene for it, but that's all right. That's not the purpose of this. I don't feel like we're scratching on anything. This looks good so far. Suppose we could widen the tunnel out a little bit. The orb of temporary flight gives you a buff that gives you creative mode flight for like 5 minutes. That is what the orb of temporary flight does. And you're welcome to take all of them, because I have, like, no use for them. since I got my mech suit. Alright, so that is a train and a train station, I think. We have doors, we just need to do some decorations. I think powered wise it works. Not really too terribly upset with how it runs down through here, though I think if we actually freed it up around the outsides, I dug out one block on either side of it, it wouldn't scrape against the ground and it would probably run a little faster. I feel like it's a good clip. So the next thing we need to do is take it from here and go that way, I think. Yeah, almost straight that way. No, I think we will probably cut across. I want to go on an angle, but I kind of want to do like a stair step angle all the way back down here, because to go straight this way is a weird angle, and I can't put powered rails on that kind of an angle, and they need to be in a straight line. So I think we will stair step our way down. So we'll probably go this way, and then we'll just kind of meander our way. So we'll probably come down, and then meander our way over. But I don't want to come down too much because I will run into what Shale is doing. So be down here and then cut across and then come in from the north. Suppose we could do that around that ridge line there. Yeah. We would go south that way, so let's grab a rod. We'll do the ugly bit of Mr. Bear. Yeah, I hear you down there. I'm not messing with you. Nope, I need to be a little higher. There we go. Just skirt the tree line. Maybe it's a good idea to bring it over here somewhere and then just drop, but I don't feel like that should be the way we should do that. Or down. Something like that. think that'll work. And from there, we can just kind of plunge our way through the forest line here. So maybe we'll open up some holes, put like little rafters or something. We'll just dig our way straight across. Through the landscape a little bit. And then right about here-ish. Oh, yeah, no. So yeah, we can just keep on going. And then somewhere over here. Should be right over here somewhere. A little on the other side. Okay, so this peak right here is going to be our transit point. So then we go south. And that will drop us in right here. Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to be the markers. So we'll come right out of here. What we can do is same where we create a waypoint. South. All right. And for the rest of this, we'll just dig through the earth and whatnot. So lots of power rails. But, you know, maybe we do some signage and some decorations and other odd things along the path. You know, one sign going one way, hey, thanks for visiting. And then the other side going the other way, you are heading towards. I do like Mitt's idea of we should probably build a server signpost at the Welcome Center. That would work out really well. Oh. Bouncing around the colony. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's going back and forth over here to use the enchanting table. Ah. Katoa has been here. So this is an astral sorcery teleporter. So if you stand on the black square and then look, you'll see little yellow stars with names on them. And so there's two of them right now. There's one that goes to a blood castle, and then the other one that actually goes to the astral sorcery. So if you look at the star and hold your right click, I would suggest doing the one to the astral sorcery first. Or go to the blood altar. That's another way of moving you around from location to location. So like this is my blood magic tower castle. So this is where I do all my blood magic rituals and whatnot at. This is down in the nether, over top of a lake of lava, a very large lake of lava. So the way out is, it's a little hard to see, but it's off in that direction. You should still be able to see it, and then just hold right click. There you go. Yeah, I gotta locate that teleporter down a little lower for the blood castle, just so that it's easier to see those stars. And then this other area over here is where we do all of the astral sorcery work. Yeah, careful you don't fall. It's a floating castle. But that allows you to change it from day to night by sleeping on the hammock, which is why it's set over here at the astral sorcery area, because you do all of your work here at night. But that's what that is. It's basically just another form of teleportation. But this one requires that you build this structure everywhere you want to teleport to. And I was going to use this instead of waystones initially, and then I don't remember why I stopped. Other than I think I just didn't want to have to make... the recipe for this was a lot uglier than the waystones was, so... I did it this way instead. So there you go. Yeah, those are trapdoors. Careful if you get in there, though, because you can get stuck inside there and you'll drown. I've done that once before. Yep, those are the Christmas lights. People have been over here decorating my house for Christmas. Yep, you are not the only one that comes over here to use this system. That's Katoa. He comes over and uses the system an awful lot, too. I think Katoa's been playing around in blue skies, so... yeah, that's the Chariite armor. So if you go to the blue skies dimension, you need to wear their armor and use their weapons. Otherwise, you die really quick. Netherite means absolutely nothing over there. And so the purple armor he's wearing is what they call Chariite. It's basically the netherite of the blue skies dimension. And if he's got his head buried in my storage system like he appears to, talking to him is going to be kind of difficult because you can see it. Alright, so... do we take it? I guess we don't really need to. Alright, so... next thing to do is let's put in some floors. So let's get my exchanger tool back out. That's the quickest way. I really like the white of the castle, so that's what we're going to use. For the walls. We'll use this for the walls. Maybe the ceiling? For now, let's start with the walls. see what we have. Hey, Katoa, what's up?
Ah, I was wondering why I wasn't getting a reply. Makes a lot more sense. Wait, that didn't pop up on my phone this morning. No wonder I didn't know.
It is Saturday morning coffee.
Yes, I realize. I needed concrete. Well,
Oh,
black concrete to be exact.
well, that's easy enough.
Today,
Do you know where the tie-dye bills is?
So what?
Okay. Go down the understairs.
Tie-dye bills. Oh, yeah, I was here. I've been here before.
Yeah. So you can get black dye from there. And then it's just sand and gravel.
Gravel. Yeah, no. I have the powder. Just gotta turn it into concrete.
Yeah. Where are you at? I can show you the fast way. Or you want to do it the slow way?
I'd rather do this the fast way. I'm trying to build my base.
All right. Well, where are you at?
Tie-dye bills.
Okay. I'm this way. Yeah.
I gotta go check that out. I don't know what that was.
That was the Eidolon. That's the magic area. All right. So bring your powder this way. Show everybody around how to get through this place. Up. Yeah. So Jonas, if you're following us, right over here in the corner of the room.
No.
There you go. Yeah. So if you take your concrete powder and you throw it into the water streams there, stand up here and hit Control Q and just throw the whole lot of it in there. It will wash it into concrete blocks for you. And you just go walk and pick it up. That should be done now. There's like 3 of those things going on there.
Nice.
Insta concrete.
I'll be so happy.
I gotta go back to looking at those. Oh, so like.
I was wondering what the grave was going to look like.
Soul Enchanter.
Soul Enchanter what?
I don't know. Something you had in this crafting area.
Oh, probably something I found out monkeying around in the Ever Dawn, Ever Bright, whatever.
Okay, that is good.
I should put up lights down here. Oh well.
Probably if you're getting mob spawnage. I will be going back to the Twilight Highlands, I suspect, and ripping down more of a castle. Because I've decided I am going to use the boss castle as the building blocks for my railroad tunnel.
Can't fault you. Some nice blocks.
Well, I like the white, and then I figured I would use the castle roof tiles as my flooring tiles because I like the dark colors of them. So I've got a castle out there to go rip down because I'm going to need an awful lot of it.
Sounds about right.
But
I do recommend bringing a beacon.
actually, there's an easier, faster way.
Yeah, probably true.
So if you take cobblestone, you'll like this one, right? You take cobblestone with you, and if you put a piece of cobblestone next to it, you can take an infinity drill from Industrial Foregoing and point at the cobblestone, set the infinity drill to a 13 by 13, and eat the cobblestone and get all of the surrounding castle blocks as if they were cobblestone. It takes like 2 seconds.
I did a whole bunch of digging and just set up a beacon.
Nice.
So I tore it down, then I had to tear it down, then basically rebuild it down below because of how far I went below. I wasn't getting the haste.
Yeah, that can happen if you
But I did just realize that the beacon, if you put it lower, goes high. It just doesn't go low. So it's basically at ground level at like 5. Um, and I can get the effect all the way up on the surface world. Whereas when the beacon was upstairs, up on the surface world, I wasn't getting the effect.
yeah, if you want to, if you're looking to get effects, well, so the beacon has like a specific area that it'll target, and that's it. So the further away you are, the less of the effect you're going to get from the beacon. What that range is, you have to play with it. I think it's just a little over like a chunk and a half or something like that.
I have no idea. All I know is where it's at right now is more than enough. Oh, but the main reason I needed to talk to you was not because of the concrete. I was just gonna, if I had to, manually do it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
is there a way to make it? Well, I guess there are elevator blocks, but I wanted.
Our freezers are full. The refrigerator is full. We have no food. Kind of
Wait.
Nothing to eat.
There's nothing, Okay. All right. Let's turn the oven on and we'll make some pretzels.
I was actually going to ask if you wanted to make spaghetti. Don't forget, you got to make lasagna tomorrow. Just volunteer.
You were asking about an elevator?
Yes.
Well, what kind of elevator?
I don't want to use elevator blocks. I want like, is there a way to make it to where like it actually goes down?
Create.
Yeah, you can make a create
Ay,
elevator.
Dios.
That's actually not that hard.
It's not hard.
I don't use create, so I don't know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to try new things.
I don't wanna. How do you make black dye?
I make it in the dye machine because I'm too lazy to go and get ink sacks.
Or grind coal in the crusher wheels. What do you want?
Can you get black dye that way?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, there you go. Alright. That's one wall down.
Well, okay, so I found the dye mixer.
Yeah.
Die.
Dye mixer makes it easy. You just put red, green, and blue in there and get whatever color you want out of it.
It does that automatically, but I just realized I have to. It doesn't export out. So if I want it, I gotta pull it out of the machine.
Are you talking about in my place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's done intentionally.
So I'm currently making black dye.
I did it that way on purpose because if I didn't, the system would sit there and make.
Oh yeah, just continuously make it. What's the
So the QIO dashboard is Mechanism's version of refined storage.
Here it goes.
Look at this.
No.
Machine gun solid roll, dude.
Sorry, Nori, there's gonna be a lot of arrows today.
Oh, the floating arrows? I got a few of those.
Okay, a few. They're all over.
Yeah, all that tells me is I really need to step up my game and get that command up and going so people can use it themselves, and I don't have to fly around and take care of it for everybody.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be putting blocks there, so I'm not too worried about it.
They ignore the blocks.
Well, no, I'm saying they'll encase the block. Like they'll go inside of the block. Oh, son of a gun. I went the wrong way.
I'm going to need more of these blocks. Yep.
There we go.
I'm already out
Of
of.
the skeleton. No.
I be washing concrete. I'm washing some concrete.
Yeah, I needed a way to do a bunch of concrete for the Colosseum. Which the Colosseum is now done, technically, as far as the wall system goes. Oh, it looks so much better. The walls are all in place for it, but now I actually have to go through and do all the redstone work to make the wave spawner. Which is what I have decided to do, is make the system kick out waves of monsters instead of like little individual ones.
Gotcha.
So you could end up in there fighting a whole horde of them. We did that specifically with Estrella in mind, because, you know, she needs all the help that she can get.
What? I just
Yeah.
totally missed that. Man. 'Cause I'm fighting these. What are those things called? Starts with an N. Those birds.
Oh, the night
Phantoms?
terrors?
Yes.
Naga? Oh, the phantoms.
Night terrors.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right.
Is that your mother?
That's my mother.
Tell her no. No.
Oh, back to what I was saying. Finally made a share stone. I'm using
He said,
gray.
don't know
Yes,
when to
I
Charlie.
saw that.
I think she's messaging the wrong person.
She
I saw
wants
you
to-
chose gray for your color.
Yeah. Now you said create can make an elevator. Now, can that
Oh,
elevator go down very far, or is it like
Yeah,
yeah.
goes always to the bottom.
So the nice thing about the create elevator system is you got two different ways you can do it, right?
because I needed to be able to go from. Hold on, I'll let you know.
All right, Jonas, where'd you die at?
The last spot he was alive.
Yeah,
From
no.
from
Somebody in that world?
60.
Died in the Everbright.
From,
I can't join in.
damn.
In the
She died
Everbright?
in the Everbright.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm back now. Once again. So.
Ah,
I needed to go from like Y60 down to Y7.
so the nice thing with so it just kind of really depends. So the nice thing, Jonas, to keep in mind is that you don't lose your stuff, right? So if you go back to where you died at, there's a little floating statue. Just left click on it, and you get all your stuff back.
Multiple times. Don't just do it once.
Yeah.
Found it.
Hey, Sean's.
The thing that killed me is trying to kill me again. I'm running for my life.
Are you out there in the Everbright now?
Yes. And I'm
Alright.
running for my life. I think I lost it.
Which direction
Yeah,
did you go?
I went east.
East. East from the portal. Okay, so that's northwest, east.
What's Moonstone Shards?
Moonstone shards are used to create moonstone lights. They're pretty useless thing. Unless you want a light source.
I'm having tools with here,
Who needs a
so.
light source?
Is that alarm you?
How do you get
No,
tools?
it's alarm for my wife. She got work.
No, it's
Oh no, it's her medicine.
There you go. Yeah, so Jonas, this place is one of these. If you really want to survive out here, you have to make the tools and equipment for this area. The netherite stuff and whatnot is pretty weak out here. So basically, you have to mine down. It's a whole separate ore set and whatnot. Yeah, I would just mine down. You'll find it. I would just be a little careful. You might fall into some lava. You'll run across them really quick. It's pyrope, or there's a couple of named ores that will show up. You should see them fairly quickly. Yep. That's kind of like coal in the overworld. It's basically used for like a light source. Common, yes. How's it going, Sean's? You having a good day so far? Oh, this cleans up so much nicer. Yep. All right. So castle walls it is. But yeah, so if you want the easy way to do an elevator Katoa, the easiest way is going to be a machine in the crate. Wow. Yep, that will create some. So that's about the equivalent of iron. So that'll create you some iron level gear out there. The easiest one that doesn't require a whole lot of having to make certain that you measure and add, and having space to store the piston, as it were. You can do it either via gantry, but again, you have to make a bunch of these gantry shafts, and they have to have a shaft for every spot up and down you want it to go. Yep. The other one is, it is a rope something. I'm trying to find it now. There it is. It's called a rope pulley. And the nice thing about the rope pulley is it doesn't need to know. It only goes up and down until it reaches its point, or all the way down until it hits ground level. So if you only have like a one stop, i.e. top of the world and down to your base, the rope pulley is going to be the cheapest, most effective way to do that. Well, if he's the only one using the elevator, then he doesn't have to worry about it, because it'll always be on the bottom when he's at the bottom. You know, it's only a problem when, you know, some rude, irritating person comes behind him and goes ha 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 and hits the button and leaves him stranded at the bottom. Yeah. I have no idea. We don't have people that rude on the server. Wait, Zoda's not around, right? Okay, we can make that statement. All right. There we go. Bless you. I thought that was Astria for a second. I didn't even stop to consider that. Ah, right. So you'll let us know before you blow our ears out then, right? I wouldn't have had the first idea. definitely going to be going back for some more bricks to the Twilight Highland. Oh, from the end? Oh, from the Ice Queen's place. Careful out there. What's what? Oh, yeah, those guys are a pain. Okay, so emerald's just emerald. And the other ore that you are finding is, now you're starting to get more into, like, the diamond level gear. All right. Yeah, definitely going to need a whole lot more. But this looks clean, other than the roofing. We gotta do something for the roof. We'll figure the roof out. Do obsidian. All right. Oh, I left the train all the way. Nice. Those are useful for all kinds of different things. Oh, I just threw myself off the edge. That's another, like, diamond level gear. So there's a couple of ores that are diamond level gears. The difference in them is one has more durability, the other one is faster. So if you make a sword out of one, it'll swing faster. If you made a sword out of the other one, it lasts longer. They do the same damage. It's just a difference in speed and durability. Yeah, Falsight's used for modifying your tools. That's about it. That's looking good. Put some benches in here, fix up the roof line. It's all over the board. There's not a specific Y level that you can mine at. Yeah. It's about the best that you can do. What tool is that? Ooh, that sounds like a fun. because he's sneaky that way. Alright, looks like we just got a request to go. Kara would like a tree farm. So let's go into our lab real quick. We'll find Kara's colony. And there we go. Yeah, we could build it right here. 2x2. Have it take down this machine, this one. Curious. That's cute. Engineering. So this is probably my favorite tree chopper. I don't have any more of these, so I'll have to go make some of those. But I think we should be able to actually plug him in, and we'll see if one is good enough to take down that tree. If it is, then we just need a 4 planting system, which is shouldn't be that big of a deal. And there we go. Some people have all the luck. All right. So yeah, we're just going to go do this real quick. Should be able to right like that. So the question is, what does that look like? Oh, she just wants jungle trees. Okay. This is going to take a little bit, but it's all right. We'll wait. All right. But we are running a little short on time for our stream session today. So I think we're going to call the stream here at this point. I'm going to play around with this real quick. This shouldn't take too much. So basically the idea is I think we're going to use industrial foregoing's tree planting system, which we'll put underneath and have it plant the 4 trees, and then we'll surround it with these tree cutters unless I need to have all. Nope, I only need the 1. So that makes life super fantastically easy. And then we just need a collection system. So we'll probably use the ender hopper for that. And this will go up real quick. It'll be super easy. So that's how we will do that. So if you're curious, I would say stop back by next time and remind me about it, and I will be certain to come out here and show you how the system works. For the time being, we are going to call the stream at this point. So thank you all for coming out, for visiting. My name is Nori, and we've been coming to you live from the Digital Engineering server. This has been Modded Minecraft Valhelsia 3. This has been our mess. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming out.